What's up, guys? Big Dick Rick. Let's fucking go. 2026. We're in this bitch together. We're going in. This will be the year of years. We're gonna do everything we can to make it possible. Make it all possible.
It's all going ahead.
It's all gonna go great.
Everything's going to be fine.
Anyway, yeah, here's my year review. Check it out.
Starting early this year, I purchased a truck for $600 from an auction site because I didn't think I was gonna win it. Guy bid like $550 and I bid $600 at the last second, and he didn't follow up on it. So I won it, and then like, okay, well, gotta go get that. And then I went to go get it. They had changed the oil in it, and like, it's rusty, it's old, it has 300 something thousand miles on it, but it started right up with no problem. I mean, yeah, it was great. Drove it to the DMV, got some paperwork, made sure it was temporarily legal, and I drove it home like 150 miles, I'm gonna say. And yeah, that was a good day. You know how we went to Wingstop? Yeah, we ended up driving up in the snow, and it's a two-wheel drive truck, so luckily we had chains, and we started like fucking sliding everywhere, and like, that was a good ass day. I think I do actually have a tiny bit of footage from that, so if I can find it, I'll put it in.
My dad decided to switch vehicles with me. I hope I catch one on camera, but he's freaking Tokyo drifting this thing. This freaking bald ass tires. We're gonna put on the chains in a bit, but he's still going. This thing's a two-wheel drive too, but it's got snow tires. These things, the ones on the truck are just they're bald as shit. So yeah, he's a much better driver than me, so I'm glad he switched. My dad is no longer Tokyo drifting. We pulled over, put chains on. Now I'm in the newer one. Well, I mean the old one. And yeah, you know, I'm good. Just gotta go real slow. I got chains on, so yeah.
But yeah, that was a really good day, man. You know, long story short, we ended up getting the truck home, just driving it real slow. It was heavily snowing. Two-wheel drive truck, city tires, so they got no grip. Man, that was a great day, and it was warm too. Heater worked. Yeah. So after that, trying not to rush anything in my story, but you know, I got a job like real close, like absurdly close, to home, and it was originally a rakeout job. Then it turned into another rakeout job. Then it turned into two more rakeout jobs with the same person, just raking that whole like 4-house area. Just days on end where I'm just like working, hard working, come home, take a shower, just the shower is black because I'm just dirty. But yeah, it was good times. And then once that rakeout, you know, stuff was done, it ended up being like, okay, well, are you interested in construction? He said. And I'm like, you know, I have no experience in it, but I'm willing to learn. And he basically said, music to my ears. And then he had me go work around like it was house scraping and like scraping old peeling paint off and filling woodpecker holes with caulking. So that's pretty good. And then like there's other stuff here and there, mostly just moving stuff that also takes time as well. And then like going to different properties, moving stuff there, doing small rakeouts here and there. It's like that was good work for a good long time. One day I had to go into a basement I was, you know, suspicious of for asbestos mesothelioma type reasons. I wonder why. And, you know, I get all the stuff moved and I'm like, you know, I'm wearing a mask. I'm like, okay, well, I haven't run into anything yet. And then I see it, I see stuff. And I'm like, you really want me to move that? And he's like insistent on it. It's like, fuck, okay. Technically, I don't know it's asbestos, but I'm real suspicious. And so yeah. This is where the bad decisioning comes in. I was literally yeeting the ventilation shit across the bottom of the basement. I mean, just fucking throwing it. It wasn't wet. It wasn't kept in place. It wasn't not jostled around. I was throwing it just to get it the fuck out because it was going in the trash anyway. And yeah, bad idea because I found that one of the last pipes that I had I had suspicions it was asbestos this whole time, but I wasn't 100% sure because I'd never seen asbestos. And so one of the literal last silver pipes for ventilation were, it literally said alu-vestos. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm completely fucked. And then I'm like, telling the dudes, like, bro, this is definitely asbestos, yada yada. And he's like, getting mad at me. I'm like, fuck, man, I guess I have to fucking move this. So I moved it, moved the rest of it, moved the white asbestos pipe. Not fun time. So hopefully I don't die in the fucking 25 years in the future. That's like terrible. That was a terrible, terrible day. But other than that one day, you know, I came back after that and I had a bit more work to do and I was good. Yeah, well, during working for him, I ended up selling my truck that I bought for $600, and I sold it for $3,000 plus 200 extra because literally the day before I had installed a dash cam and they didn't want to move it. So it was like $200 extra and you get the dash cam. He's like, yeah, sure. Yeah, no, good deal, but like, every day since then I've regretted selling it because it was just such a reliable, perfect truck. Like it would start up on every key turn. It never missed a beat, man. And it was small too. I like small trucks. Yeah, so I sold it and then was using my dad's truck for a while in the intermediate time period where I was like shopping for another truck. And so I found this other truck that also had similar mileage, but it was newer and it was a Ford F-250. And I was like, okay. And it was a 4-wheel drive. And I was like, all right, well, that honestly seems like a good idea. I ended up getting it for $14.25. That was, I think my max bid was like 15. And in the listing it said Ramlin parked. Whenever you see that, run, by the way. It said Ramlin parked and it said only needs a battery or something like that. I get there, it starts, but it sounds like a pile of shit. The gas cap's missing and I'm like, okay, this ain't right. I noticed the brakes are strange, but whatever. So we drive it to a gas station, like it's barely running. And it's like wanting to die the whole time. It's not wanting to go when I give it gas. It's like real hesitant. You know, I make it to the gas station and filled up with gas. And then I'm like, maybe it was just running out of gas. Maybe that was the problem. Started up again, it's running literally even worse. Drive it briefly and it is like dying slowly. And we're just like, oh my God, what is going on? It had oil, it had everything. Everything was good. And yeah, so we ended up having to literally park it in a school zone. But luckily it looks like a school truck, so nobody messed with it. We go rent a trailer, come back, tow it home. And we weren't expecting it to tow it home, so it was just a slog of a time because the truck we were using was not, I mean, it did okay, but we did not want to push it because it was just, that would have been a terrible idea. We got home going slow. And, you know, long story short, I tear into it and I end up finding that the rear two cylinder heads look like they're super pitted and have huge gaps between the cylinder wall and cylinder head. And even as a, you know, non-mechanic, a guy who's literally only done oil changes and like stuff with tires before, I know that ain't right. And so I'm like, okay, well, that seals the deal. You know, it wasn't the spark plugs like I thought it was. It wasn't the injectors like I thought it was. None of that. It was that the whole engine is dead. And so I order a new engine eventually with the money I had made plus the money for my other truck. That ended up being almost $5,000. And here we are now where I get the new motor and it arrives smashed. So now we're back to square one because they're going to take it back and send me another one. Well, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it, to be honest. Like, yesterday, I've got a new jack shaft for the Sur-Ron, and I was struggling with that for, like, legit hours, but because the jack shaft is always a problem, but it ended up working out. It ended up going in properly, finally. Greased it up, and I'm going to go for a ride tomorrow. I was going to do it today, but I just ran out of time repackaging that motor. Literally, that's what took up my time. Yeah, I'm going to go for a ride tomorrow. It's going to be a good-ass ride, I feel like. Okay, I'm in the process of making the year review thing, and I definitely glazed over a couple of things. Like, I just wasn't thinking about it at the time, or I just didn't want to talk about it. But first thing I didn't talk about is I still don't like talking about it, but in February I took a visit to frickin' Tweaktown. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make a whole video on that.
like just separately. But that long story short, very long story short, don't do that. Do not eat the Mario moment. Mario moment is not a fun time. You do not get large, you get fucking brain melted. I don't even know. Anyway, in February I had that go down. Let's see, what else did I not talk about? Yeah, I basically got a lot of the stuff in between, but now we're up to the present, where I did indeed get the old motor sent off, and I got the new motor inside the truck. It's just, you know, nothing's hooked up yet, so it's mounted in there motor mount wise, but yeah, I still got plenty of work to do. And then yeah, you know, recently, I mean, this straight up sad. I might make a video on this separately as well. This just happened recently, but actually the day before the Iron Lung was announced, so that's crazy coincidence, because we used to talk about that. But a friend I had for forever, she just decided to I'm a head out. She decided to block me. She's alive, thank God, but you know, she blocked me on everything, and legitimately nothing happened. It sucks, and I don't understand why. I know she's, you know, healthy and okay, but I legitimately didn't do anything, and it's freaking heartbreaking. Whatever. I'll talk about it in a whole separate video, but I mean, that just happened, and then I don't even know what to say about that. It's just terrible. Like, we were supposed to, it's so ironic, because literally I was talking about to her that I would love to go see Iron Lung with her, and it's like, well, this is what it is, but that really sucks losing a friend that I've had for years. Whatever. You know, I'm trying not to let it bother me, but it does. Yeah, what else? I also had another job, like a small job, not like a full-on, you know, what was going on there, but it was basically this guy, he was moving out, and he needed movers to get rid of stuff off the property so that he could sell it. And I got a whole bunch of like glass panels and stuff, and like expensive glass panels that are just, I'm either gonna sell them or I'm gonna use them in a house restoration project, and like, that's pretty cool, because these are expensive, really good panels. And what else? Yeah, so I found this vacuum tube thing. Dude was like, when we were done with the job, he was like, yeah, if you want to ransack the shed, like he literally said that, if you want to ransack the green shed, you can do that. And I went in there and I found a few things that were worth selling. And then I found this like weird looking thing. It was like a light bulb, but like not a light bulb. And it was a vacuum tube, and it had the box still. And I ended up selling that for like almost a freaking grand to somebody in Taiwan. Yeah, shout out Chang. That was freaking awesome. I cannot believe that happened. That was like free money on top of the money I had already made. And then I ended up buying a truck, another fucking truck. What is with me, bro? What is with me? I am mentally not there. I'm cooked. But yeah, no, I bought a truck. I bought a 99 GMC 2500 with like a bunch of miles on it, and it was $735. They said the hood was stuck, and then it in fact was not stuck. I just like stuck my hand in there and like undid it, and then greased it up with some WD-40, and it was never a problem again. It was low on oil there, low on coolant. Filled up the coolant with like 3 bottles of water and then some actual coolant when I got to the hardware store, and also it was low on oil, so we put a couple quarts of oil in it and just drove it home. Like started it up, drove it home, no problems. Actually plenty of problems, to be honest, but no major mechanical failures or anything like that. Like, it drove home. It needs work. It needs brake work, of course, because they all do, and then it needs steering work, because it's just, I mean, the steering on it is actually scary. But 133 miles home, it got home. It did what it needed to do. And then later on, I tried to get it smogged, and it passed smog, except the computers weren't ready because I hadn't driven it in a while. I wanted to change the fluids and stuff and try to fix the oil leak, which I think I fixed the oil leak, by the way, so that's cool. I changed the transmission fluid, I changed the oil. I want to change the coolant next, but I don't have the money for that right now. But yeah, so I did a $70 smog check. It passed technically, but the computers weren't ready, so I'll have to do a $40 retest as soon as possible. I don't have the money for that yet, but you know, it'll work. It'll work when it does. I still have, which is kind of cool. I have a like an actual temporary tag instead of the day permits they give you that I never end up using. I got a temporary tag until like January 15th, which is just absurd. That's like a month and a half of just straight up illegal driving, but it's actually legal because the DMV was like, hey, you want this? And I was like, yes, thank you. But yeah, you know, some extra stuff has happened. You know, I guess that's basically it. I tried to make this, you know, off the cuff, so it just probably sounds chaotic, just like the last one. But, yeah. Yeah, anyway, thanks for listening. I'm hoping to make videos more consistently, like, this coming year. Just because I have a number of ideas that I can do, and I don't know, I like uploading, but I gotta do real stuff too, at the same time, so. We'll see. We'll see what goes down. Yeah.